Hey guys, Jeff Discher, and today I want to talk about personal growth, personal development in the financial arena. And I know it's a little sensitive for most people. You know, I came from a family that was, I'll say it now, pretty bad with money. We didn't, before I started actually becoming successful, my mom did okay, but overall picture, family wasn't that good with finance. And my mom still today isn't that good with finance. I tell her to her face. But what that means is, you know, they say that 90% of people I know in the US are living check to check, okay? Meaning they make 3,000, they spend 3,000. Okay, so today I want to talk about the Parkinson's law, and a lot of you have heard this in terms of like time versus work, meaning that like your boss will give you 2 weeks to finish this project, and for some reason it always takes people right up to 2 weeks to finish it when they probably could have got it done in 3 or 4 days. When I talk about financial Parkinson's law, I mean people will make $3,000 at their job and they'll spend $3,000 to $3,500 a month. You ask, well, if they're only making $3,000, how do they spend $3,500? Easy, they get a credit card, and they typically carry high balances on their credit card, okay? And if you're watching this video, you could more than likely be one of these people. They carry high balances, they're typically shuffling around credit cards, getting new ones, transferring money, doing all these shuffle dances, because literally they'll start making $3,000 and they'll go rent or acquire a mortgage for $1,800. They'll go lease or buy a car for another $400. They'll have their cable bills, their cell phone bills, etc. That'll all add to $3,000, and you always hear them, they never have money. If they want to go on vacation or do anything, they chuck it on the credit card, and they just pay small payments. And it's basically check to check. It's living check to check. The average person has less than $2,000 in their account or in their savings. Again, I could be talking to you. And I'm not trying to pick on anybody. I'm trying to give you guys a way out and a way to be aware of what's happening so you can get ahead. So you don't have to live check to check and stress about how you're gonna pay your bills every month. Or when your friends say, hey, let's go out to Cabo for the weekend, you can't afford it. Or you gotta check your credit card balances to see if you can go. That's not a healthy way to live, okay? It definitely releases cortisol. It's definitely hard to stay happy in situations. And most people, when they dig themselves in the hole, they never get out. So, it's definitely a law that states that. And what's worse than that is the added or second half of that law is people will start making $3,000 a month. They'll bury themselves real quick in a $3,000, $3,500 a month. Lo and behold, 3 years later in their job, they get a $500 a month raise. What happens? Instead of driving the Honda Accord, they go, ooh, another $500. They go out and they buy the BMW 3 Series. And that gobbles that up between insurance and the new payment. Now they're living for $3,500 to $4,000 a month. They spend their $3,500 and they are adding that extra $500 on the credit card bills. Okay? What happens? 3 years later, they make $4,000. What do? They get a bigger place. They rent in a nicer area, or buy in a nicer area, they buy a nicer car, or they buy another car, or they, for some reason or another, they bury themselves in that $4,000. And this goes all the way up. I know people that are making $20,000 a month and their bills are $25,000 a month. And they're constantly shuffling their credit cards around. It's probably the number one reason for bankruptcy. To be honest with you, it's sad to say, I've watched close people go through it, but they shuffle so much, they keep getting new credit cards and credit cards and credit cards till one day they wake up and they're just so deep into it, they just can't pay everything. And they stop paying some stuff, and then before you know it, they go down a financial downward spiral and they can't get out of it. So, you know, one thing to do is, you know, if you are at 3,000 or 4,000, whatever it is, and you're spending that, first of all, start paying off your credit cards, come up with a plan, you know, divide all your credit into 12 months, start with your highest interest rate credit cards, pay those down, first get out of the hole. Second, when you start to make increases in salary and you get those pay increases, take at least 20% of that increase and put it into a savings account. Put it into one you can't touch. Talk to your financial advisor. Maybe go buy silver and put that away, or put that money away to buy an investment property, but start something small. First of all, get rid of that debt, you guys. It doesn't do anything. Again, it releases cortisol. We stress out. When we stress out, we age. When we age, we're not happy. We're not good with our friends, our family. We take it out on our friends, our close ones. So again, I just want to go over the Parkinson's law. I want you to be aware of it. I'm not trying to pick on anybody, but I want you to be aware of it because I know that there's a lot of people watching this video that are suffering from it. So be careful. turn all your credit card statements, look at all your finances, look at what you make, and get control of it. All right, hopefully I helped you at least become aware. If you want more depth on how to get that under control and a plan, I'm not a professional in that arena. I've done quite well for myself. If you need any help, I'd be more than welcome to give you some of my advice. But again, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a financial expert. So I just want to go over the law. If you have any questions, Jeff at Discher Group, or be sure to follow me on all social media, including YouTube, Facebook, and IG, I Sell Real Estate, or Jeff Discher. Until then, have a good day.